pesky pillagers getting you down? If the answer was yes, then be like this guy. Get yourself one of these amazing early game watchtowers. I'm here to show you how. Now, as usual with my tutorials, it's early game stuff. It's not going to be essential that you have all of the items or everything the same. Basically what you're looking at is a couple of stacks of stone brick, a couple of stacks of spruce logs, 2 or 3 stacks of cobblestone, maybe a stack of oak planks, and the rest is just like decorative things, little buttons, stuff like that. So maybe get yourself half a stack of buttons. I think that'll be enough. Yeah. But yeah, that's all there is to it. It's quite a simple build. It looks really good in your world, and most of all, it is very quick and easy to build for that early game stuff. And it looks nice too. Well, I think it does. I hope you do too. Let's get to it. So for the base of the tower here, we want to start off with basically a door. You choose where your door is, and you want it in a little circle here. So 3, 1 diagonal, 3, 1 diagonal, all the way around until you make a circle. Bring each of these sides up by 4. You can put in an upside down stair above the door, and then 2 blocks on top of that. We want to then bring stairs in facing the middle, and then 1 on top. Basically repeat that on all sides. So again, we've got 3, 4, and then stairs facing into the middle, a block on top, and 1 there. These ones in the diagonals are just 5 high, like so. And I'm gonna cut back in a second once I've done this side, but basically it's a repeat of this side here on these 2 remaining sides. Once you've got this base in, you just need to fortify the very bottom of it with some buttresses. So we just want to put a block in each of these sort of corner pieces, a slab on top. The ones on the 3 wide walls, we want to put a block in the middle, stairs facing in, and a stair on top. So again, block, block, a slab on top, and these 3 wide walls, block, stair, stair, stair. So we're going to finish that, and on to the next bit. Now we can go ahead and put our spruce wood on each of these 4 corners. We can grab our stone brick and just fill in these areas behind the stone stairs here. And then we can go ahead and grab some oak wood. We can fill in the floor level here. And on each of these ones, we'll want to bring it up by 7, I believe, once you've got that there. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the way around, basically. So once you've filled that in, we can then go ahead and put a spruce log facing out on each of these oak planks that are visible, and that just hides that part of the build. So I'm just going to go ahead, add those in. I'll be right back. We can now go ahead and put in some of the supports. So we want 3 spruce fences on each of these logs that are sort of sticking out here. And in the corner ones we want some cobblestone wall. Or andesite, whatever works for you. I'm not going to do texture variation on this one. I've already done texture variation on that, so I'll show you that one in a bit closer detail when this one's completely finished. So you can kind of have an idea of how I've decorated it on the inside, and maybe get some ideas of how you want to decorate yours. Now, for these little windows that we're shooting out of, we're doing the old normal side stair, upside down stair, just to get a little gap, and it gives you a bit of leeway to shoot through at any mobs that might be passing by. Same here, we're going to basically kind of loop them around a little bit, so you've got these 2 on the inside and then these 2 on the inside of these logs here. So if we just turn around this way, doesn't really matter, it's just for me, my brain works symmetrical, and that's symmetry, but you do it however you want to do it. And we want to put a cobblestone block on each top of this, and we can move on to the next section. Grab yourself your spruce wood blocks again, or wood of your choice, whatever you actually decide to build it out of, and pop those in the corners as before, and then get your logs and basically same spots as before all the way around. I can just join those up now with a little log in between and whack down some fences to make a little balcony. Then we can go ahead and put the floor in on this level. So if we get some cobblestone, we'll put another block on each of these just behind there. You can put the planks if you want to, it doesn't really matter, but I prefer having that sort of look that the structural integrity goes all the way through and the floor is basically just attached to these parts inside the wooden logs. That's just me. Next section. Next section is fairly simple. Just going to put some cobblestone stairs upside down in here. Now I did put in some trapdoors as well, just to give yourself some extra protection. Let's just go grab those. As if you are in a combat situation, and for example you find you're getting overrun, it's very hard for them to shoot through these, but that gives you that little bit of extra protection if you want to duck back and heal. I'm not sure anyone would use it in this sort of capacity, but it could be used in a PvP capacity, I guess. Oh, I missed a set of fences. So once you've got those stairs and the trapdoors in, we can go ahead and grab our cobblestone wall, and in each of the corners we can bring it up by 3 and put another wood block on top of that. Okay, let's go grab those now. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go ahead and grab our oak again and basically bring that all the way across on these between the wood pieces there. Fill in the floor, and if I can fly again, there we go. We want to go ahead and put a log here, 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 and here. We'll grab our cobblestone stairs again and just bring them around on these other edges just to cover up that oak plank. This final section of the build is relatively simple. We just want to basically put spruce planks on top of every single block that's not an oak plank. Like this. In these corner sections we want to bring up spruce fence by 2. And in the sort of the edges of these 3 wide sections, just stone brick wall. You can use fence if you want to, but I like the sort of difference of contrast in the colour, so I went with stone brick there. For the final part of this, the roof, we just want to put a spruce plank on top of each of these sort of fence posts and walls. Just connect it all up like we did on that layer just below. And so you've got this little doodad here. We want to then grab our stairs and kind of put them on each of the 3 wide sections. And then in these corner sections we want to grab our slabs and go for a bottom slab in each of these. And you end up with this shape here. Now on top of these full blocks we want to put a slab. And in each of these corners we can put another slab. Oops. So you have a shape like this. We can then basically put slabs on top of these and join them up, and it should, well it will, leave you with a 3x3 gap in the middle. Again, we want to place slabs in the corners so you've got a little cross, and then build up one on top of that and join them up, and that should leave you with 1 block gap in the middle, and then just pop that on there. Then all we need to do is go ahead and put in the buttons. Honestly, probably the most tedious part of the build, but they are optional. You do not need them, but I personally feel like they tie the build together quite nicely. It just makes it feel a little sturdier, but do not feel that you need to put these in for the build to look good. I am quite happy without them as well. But basically you want to put a stone button on each of the sides of the wood or bark blocks, depending on what you call them. And then on each of the logs you just want to place 1 on the outward face and then 1 on these ones in the middle. And that's all the way down, so 2 on the wood blocks and then 1 on the log. And bish bosh bash, that is the Watchtower done. Now, if you build this in your world and you have Twitter, please let me know. Post it to the page at sunfire_SG. I love seeing how people have used my builds in their worlds to kind of enhance it. So I'd love to see what you've done. Show me what you've built. And yeah, if you like these sort of videos, you like these tutorials, hit the subscribe button, comment below, let me know what you think of it. I really like how this turned out. I hope you do too. But before we go, we will actually check on the inside of here so you can kind of get some ideas for the texture variation and also the interior design. So we've just kind of varied blocks a little, bit of cracked, a bit of mossy here and there. Same with the cobblestone, there was a little bit of mossy. I might have removed it all. Yeah, I think I removed it all, but you could put some mossy cobblestone in here as well if you wanted to. And if we head inside, we've got a nice little desk. You could put a bed in here as well. This would be probably home to a couple of guards at a time, taking shifts on watching from the Watchtower, so maybe a bed, something like that, but a desk to take notes of what you might have seen. We have got a little bit of storage up here, and you should, well you can, if we can see a mob. Can we see a mob? Ooh, now I don't think we'll be able to hit that, surely. Oh no, definitely not now, he's disappeared. Never mind. But you can shoot out of those, just to prove that. Yeah, see. We can go up to the next floor. We've got our balconies, so you can definitely hit stuff from out here. And should that horse prove too much of a mighty foe for you, you can pop this down and kind of take a step back. So you give yourself a little bit of protection in here. We have also got a cauldron filled with water, because if this is under siege at all, you're going to need some sort of water supply. You could even have a cauldron of lava as boiling oil as such. The medieval times were fun, weren't they? Just boiling oil, just medieval combat. Sounds amazing. But up on this top floor, you can kind of jump over the side a little bit. You've got much more of a, I guess, an angle to shoot. It's much more open as well though, so it is definitely a little more precarious for you. But that is it, that's a tutorial. Let me know what you think down below. I love hearing from you, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.